Today will be my last video covering the Mortal Kombat 1 cancelled situation. Everyone in the comments has made it loud and clear that they're tired of this. Is the game dead? Is it not dead? And I read every comment, I listen to the audience, so you know what? This will be the final video. According to 3 different insiders, Mortal Kombat 1 is actually over. We're still going to get the remaining DLC characters for Chaos Reigns, along with other content that was already planned, but after that, no more new content. But is there still hope for Mortal Kombat 1? Actually, yes there is, a tiny bit of hope, which we're also going to talk about in today's video. Because another day means more Mortal Kombat 1 news. I'm covering it all the time on this channel, so if you want to stay up to date, then make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss any future videos. And then after watching, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below, it helps the channel out a ton. And without any further ado, let's begin. Starting off with a recent tweet from The Thinny, a very famous data miner in the Mortal Kombat community who also sometimes speaks with insiders who work on Mortal Kombat 1 itself. Here's his tweet, allow me to throw it up on screen right now. It's Jover. The final insider has reached out and said that she also has heard that there's no more content after Terminator, with the possibility of finishing what they originally had lined up since last year. Her Combat Pack 3 list was also different. I have officially no hope left. So there you have it, everyone. According to all 3 secret insiders at NetherRealm, the game is actually ending after Terminator. But don't freak out, Conan is still coming as well. In fact, Conan is apparently coming first, which is super interesting. That's right, we're gonna get Conan and then T-1000 is coming afterwards, which is definitely an odd choice in my opinion, since the T-1000 is definitely way more popular, and if NetherRealm wants to keep people playing the game right now, I think he would be a much better choice than Conan. However, at the same time, maybe NetherRealm just wants to end things with a bang, and as a result, they're saving the most popular guest character for last, which would also make sense, I suppose. However, I could argue that Omni-Man is way more hype than Homelander, and he was first. But no matter what happens, the point is we are still getting the 2 final remaining DLC characters for Mortal Kombat 1, along with any other content that was already planned to release. However, after that, no more new content for Mortal Kombat 1. And I know that right now there's several people typing, just wait for NetherRealm to respond, wait for WB to respond. I understand that mentality. However, in case you missed my last video, normally NetherRealm never speaks on these things until months after the game is already over. Or in other words, if your plan is to wait on NetherRealm to confirm if the game is dead, then you're going to be waiting for about 70 days or so until both DLC characters get here, and then a few months after that before you hear any news about the game being cancelled. And it's not because they're bad people, it's because every company does this. I like NetherRealm Studios, I've met many of their employees, I've met Ed Boon himself in person multiple times, so I have no beef with them, but I'm just saying they're not going to give you the answer you want unless you wait like 8 months. That's what happened with Mortal Kombat 11, and it's a financial reason. If people hear the game is dead, they're not going to keep playing. If they don't keep playing, they're not going to see the cool stuff in the store, they're not going to spend any money, and NetherRealm knows that, and WB knows that, and as a result, they're not going to give you the information you want. If the game is canceled, they're not going to tell you for many months, just letting you know. But unfortunately, it's only more bad news from here, because to make matters worse, extra content found in Mortal Kombat 1 is being removed from the data files, which could also point to the game getting cancelled. According to The Thinny, once again, both Floyd and Mercy have been removed from the files of Mortal Kombat 1. That's right, at one point it looked like there was going to be a secret fight against the pink male ninja in Mortal Kombat 1, otherwise known as Floyd. And it was going to be very similar to Reptile's secret fight all the way back in Mortal Kombat 1. The player would have to accomplish several tasks, and then they'd get the opportunity to actually fight the pink male ninja, once again known as Floyd, which sounded really cool, and there was tons of data in the game files to support this. However, it's all been removed. That's right, it's no longer in the game. And that's not always a bad thing. It could be that NetherRealm is working with it on a different file outside of the game, and then when it's done, they're gonna add it back into the game. That's definitely happened before for other games and could be happening with Mortal Kombat 1 as well. However, with that being said, it is way more likely that it's simply being removed because NetherRealm does not want to finish it. Because the game is cancelled and NetherRealm has been told to not finish it, pull it out of the game. And sadly, the same thing is true for Mercy, that mechanic from Mortal Kombat 11 where you beat the opponent and can choose to spare them, give them a tiny bit of health back, and then fight them once again. It was a very fun mechanic for a variety of reasons. If you really liked the opponent and wanted to give them a little bit more of a chance, you Mercy them, fight them again. It was a good show of sportsmanship, you know, very respectful. However, there was also the opposite situation where somebody would beat you so badly and then revive you as a joke just to beat you again, kinda like trolling you with the mercy function. There was a bunch of different fun scenarios to use the mercy ability for, and it looked like it was gonna return in Mortal Kombat 1 because, just like Pink Floyd, it was found in the data files for the game, which sounded really cool, and there was tons of data in the game files to support this. However, it's all been removed, which unfortunately makes it very likely that the mercy ability is never going to return in Mortal Kombat 1, which, depending on who you ask, could be a good thing. I know several friends of mine who do not like the mercy function and never wanted to ever see it again, so for those people, it's actually a good thing, you know, time to celebrate. But unfortunately, as mentioned earlier, this could be a very good sign that Mortal Kombat 1 is being cancelled. NetherRealm is looking at content in the game that has not been finished and just pulling it out. But next up, let's look at the positive side of this whole scenario. Is there still hope that Mortal Kombat 1 is not cancelled? Yes, there absolutely is. As mentioned earlier, it's not a lot, but there is still some hope left. Because even though all three of these insiders are saying that Mortal Kombat 1 is cancelled, every one of them also tried to leak Kombat Pack 3 as well. However, all three of their lists were different. In other words, one insider said, oh, Kotal Khan, Cassie Cage, Kung Jin, Jade, that's the characters for Kombat Pack 3. But then the second insider said something completely different. The only character that all three insiders had in common on their list was Jade. Once again, all three of their lists for Kombat Pack 3 were different, which could actually be great news, believe it or not, because this means at least two of them were wrong about Kombat Pack 3. And in fact, all three of them could be wrong about the Kombat Pack 3 characters, which means they could also be wrong about Mortal Kombat 1 getting cancelled as well. In fact, in my last video, I covered how it's possible that NetherRealm themselves are spreading these rumors to create misinformation among the leakers, which is actually referred to as counterintelligence and works really well. You leak a bunch of fake information, and as a result, nobody's sure what's true and what's not when the real information does get leaked. It is possible that NetherRealm is doing that. I can't prove anything for certain. However, this would explain why all three leakers have different information. Somebody at NetherRealm is purposely spreading misinformation and rumors. And that right there is the one tiny bit of hope left that Mortal Kombat 1 is not actually cancelled, along with the fact that it would be very financially dumb to cancel the game right now, which I've also covered in a past video. But to keep things short and simple, if Mortal Kombat 1 gets shut down while the next game is still being made, then that means WB is not making any money in the meantime, which is normally never how things are done. Typically, when one game is winding down and still getting content, that's when you begin the next project, because once again, that means the current game is able to make money to fund the new project and game that you're making. But we know for a fact that the next game has not been started yet. Ed Boon himself has said this. They've had theories and thoughts about the next game, but nothing else outside of that, which would mean after Mortal Kombat 1 is cancelled, you have years before the next game even gets announced, let alone is purchasable. And in that huge time frame in between, WB Games is just not making any money whatsoever, which, as mentioned earlier, would be a terrible financial decision. So that's one more reason that maybe the game isn't cancelled, on top of the Kombat Pack 3 situation. If all three insiders had different characters listed for Kombat Pack 3, then at least two of them were wrong, and honestly, all three of them could be wrong. And if they're wrong about the Kombat Pack 3 rumor, then they could also be wrong about Mortal Kombat 1 getting cancelled as a rumor too. But as you all know, I love making these videos interactive, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think that Mortal Kombat 1 is cancelled or not? Do you choose to hold on to hope, or do you think all the evidence so far does point towards the game being over next year? For me personally, I think it would be a very dumb decision to end the game right now, not just for the financial reasons, but also because players have said they actually like Mortal Kombat 1 now. More than ever, players are saying they enjoy Mortal Kombat 1. That hasn't been the case for like a full year, so to end it now when the game's at its most positive would be a big mistake. However, with that all being said, this is WB we're talking about. They canceled the Batgirl movie even though it was already done, and then they kept dumping money into Sushi Squad despite how it had record low players on release day. In other words, it seems like they don't know what they're doing lately. No matter what the case may be though, let me know any and all of your thoughts in the comments down below, because like I say in all my videos, I love reading each and every comment. So grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. Another day means more Mortal Kombat 1 news. Thanks for watching everyone, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below. It helps the channel out a ton. And then keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.